All right, let's get into it. Hopefully these new settings are difficult. I tried to make it so that we encounter more NPCs. I mean, it is a prison island after all, so I kind of like to run into more prisoners versus a bunch of puppets. So we're gonna give it a try. Keep our fingers crossed. Hope that hopefully I got everything. What are you doing, cat? Hopefully I got everything set correctly. It's all kind of an experiment anyway, so I guess we'll find out. Watch out, buddy. Come here. Get in my lap. Can't sit on my mouse. All right. Well, we're gonna have to arm up because I think the goal was to get into more firefights. So let's see what we've got in here. We've got a bunch of junk we don't need to be carrying around in here. So let's back this up, unload the truck. Oop. All right, should be right about there. Unload all the unnecessary stuff out of here, maybe, if there's room in these things. Let's just check. There's not any room in there. There's not any room in there either. Well, we've got some room in here. So let's figure out what we want to take with us. I think we've got pull that out. I think we're going to have to make another improvised metal chest and just throw a bunch of junk into it. How do we have? I think we might have enough to do that just really quickly. That under base building, I think it's. Oh, need to check my audio, make sure that's working. I got distracted, so I haven't done that yet. Let's okay, it is. All right, excellent. I didn't mess it up. Improvised chest. set that right there. All right, we need 2 lead, 21. All right, I think we've got plenty to do that. Where's our scrap metal? Got the lead. Got that. Nails. Any scrap? We might have to go to town real quick and grab some scrap. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go grab some scrap real quick. Got the toolbox. We'll go ahead and put everything we can in here right now. All right, so just we need 9 scrap metal. All right. This camera just slightly. Oh, the wrong way. Got stuff not situated correctly here. That's close enough, I guess. It's gonna have to work. Should have just left it alone. Okay. Put that in here. Take those with us. I don't think I need to be carrying the raincoat with me. I need to find someplace else to put this knife. Don't need that. We have gloves on. I don't think so. Need to eat something, that's for sure. And maybe double check our ammunition. Probably should take a rifle as well. I've got the shotgun. That'll do. Indecision, indecision. Make sure everything's loaded. Make sure we've got some spare ammo. I don't need to carry that. I've got 1 round of spare ammo, so we're going to have to fix that. Fix our boots as well while we're here. Okay. Ooh, where's that gun cleaning kit? Let's fix our pistol real quick. All right. Let me actually grab some food real quick. Started to do that and then got distracted, like as per usual. So the settings are in the Discord. The link to the Discord's in the description. I may, if I have enough room to put the settings in the description, I'll go ahead and do that after the stream. But they're slightly different. I decreased the puppet damage, but increased NPC damage, and hopefully the puppets spawn less in the towns and more on the outside of towns or in the smaller villages, and the NPCs spawn more in the towns. So that's the goal of what I was trying to achieve, because I feel like for a prison island, the areas that are supposed to be populated should be populated. If there's homes or usable structures there, they should have NPCs and not a bunch of puppets. So hopefully that's what happens. Now, NPC health is also increased, so they're going to be harder to put down. Is that a horse just sitting in town? So the NPC health is increased, damage is increased, and there's probably going to be a lot more of them if the settings work the way I think they should work. But we'll see. I'm not seeing any puppets, so maybe it's working correctly. Gas tank. Think. Might have to run that back to base. How big is that? Jeez. What is this for? Gas tank filled with propane gas used to fill the fuel appliances in its range. I have not seen any propane at all. I think that's the first time I've seen that. I don't think we'll be using the propane grill. We might. That thing seems huge. And it's going to take up a lot of storage. So listen out for NPCs, because they should be. I'm maxed out the number of NPCs that could spawn, and they should be spawning in villages more often. So more so in the big city, but they should spawn in villages as well. Oh, wow. Nothing but screwdrivers in here. That's pretty crazy. Oh, jeez, that startled me. Not a horse, it's an elk. IRL, I wouldn't be standing that close to one. We'll see. I might have to make some adjustments. I would have already expected some NPCs here. I kind of don't want to not encounter puppets in the towns. You know, we should still see some. Five. All right, got enough to build that box. Let's walk really slowly back to base and build that box, and then when we're free to move a little bit quicker, we can come back in and see if there's any NPCs here. But the puppets, I think the way it's set up is the puppets will spawn a little bit more spread out instead of all grouped up into a really tight area. We'll see how it works out. If I'm not running into enough opposition, then it's obviously not hardcore. So I might have to make some more adjustments. But we'll get there. We'll fine tune it. We'll try to get the ultimate hardcore setup, at least for my taste, you know. I like things a little bit different than everyone else, I guess. Everybody's got their own taste, their own opinions. All right. So, put all this stuff in here. Leave that out. Wonder if I have. Do I have any 9x39? What ammo do I have? 5.56, 5.56, 5.56. And all I have is that VHS, and I'm not using that thing. That thing sucks. 45. I think I have a UMP, but I don't think I have a suppressor for it. We have the RPK, but I don't think I have any 7.62x39 or a magazine. Wait, do I have a mag for it? I do have one mag for it. I wonder if that 308 suppressor will go on there. No. It should, kind of. Same diameter, but probably different thread pitch. Okay. Well, do I have any 5.45? I don't think I do. I think that would be up here. Any 54R? No, I don't think so. Unless they make it take some different ammo. What do we have? 54R. Okay. There's the UMP. It won't take the handgun suppressor. It takes the 45 suppressor. I don't think I have 45 suppressor. Got 9 rounds of 9x39. That's just enough to get into trouble. And you just, you can't mass select stuff. You just gotta, what do we have in here? More 556. We got a lot of good stuff. We've been pretty fortunate with that. Just don't have any like really usable uh, rifles yet. Hey, and Joe, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. Leave that out just in case I need to drink something. I guess I should go grab some fresh water while I'm here. I've got some fresh water. Okay. Not too bad. Off work and finally taking it easy. Hope yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Doing well. Been messing with the server settings a little bit, trying to get that ultimate hardcore experience. See how it works. I'm trying to get it so I can fight more NPCs and less puppets. So I made some changes to hopefully encounter more puppets out in the wild, but less in the cities, and more NPCs in the cities, and you know, hopefully that works. I don't know if it will, but we'll we'll give it a go and see what happens. I think I forgot to put some screwdrivers. Painkillers. Let's what do we have in this one? That's vehicle stuff. That can go back in. Yeah, I'm trying to like I upped the max NPC numbers and I upped their spawn rates. I up and supposedly I hopefully I adjusted it correctly so that they spawn more in the cities. Um I guess we'll find out. So they should spawn. The way it should work out is in like the remote villages, more puppets, less NPCs, but there should still be NPCs. And then in like the medium-sized villages, should be the puppets are spread out, but there are NPCs in there. And then in the big city, it should be the puppets are really spread out, and there are a lot of NPCs. So we'll see if it works the way I intend it to work, the way I want it to work, I should say. Um, but you never know. All right, we're going to do it like this so I have access to my meds and my food separately from not so I don't have to go into those chests to get this stuff out. Yeah, I've run into some NPCs, but they've just been very few and far between. And I'm like, well, for a prison island, you know, like if like I feel like we should be running into more NPCs. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. If I've got to make more adjustments, then we'll make some more adjustments. But I think I got it set correctly. It seems like I just went over to this village and the puppets there weren't a billion puppets spawned around it. So I increased the puppet speed, decreased their damage, but I think I increased. No, I think I reduced their health just slightly to make them. I kind of want the NPCs to be the main threat, you know. But if you get swarmed by puppets, you're still going to be in trouble. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I got this figured out correctly. I may have it all completely backwards, but we'll find out. We'll just run in here real quick and get swarmed by NPCs, and then we'll know. Get my stamina up just in case I gotta run. Make sure this shotgun's loaded. That's probably good that I did that, because that would have sucked. Not hearing any NPCs. Oh, I hear them now. Let's go get on top of the roof. No, that's a wolf. Thought I heard a voice, not a wolf. You're very tempted on buying the game. The customization is where it really got me, you know, because you can really set it up to play the game that you want, however you enjoy playing it. But there are so many settings, and some of them kind of counteract each other. So if you make a mistake in the server file, because you can do it through the interface and make the basic game adjustments, but the real control comes in the server file. But if you make a mistake, then it doesn't do what you want it to do. All right. I'm not seeing any NPCs. Not hearing any NPCs. I don't see any puppets. So it's $18 worth of fun for sure. I think so too, Trooper. I mean, I spent like $50 on it, so maybe even more, because I didn't buy it during a sale. I think it was like $40, and then I bought a DLC as well, or 2 DLCs. All right, well, we've got some issues with puppets spawning. Not spawning, I should say, in the towns. I think we'll go check out we'll drive over and check out a slightly larger village. We might just be making hey Chad, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. We're just checking out some game setting adjustments. Hopefully, doesn't look like it's doing what I want it to do, so I'm probably going to have to make some adjustments. Thankfully, I have the old server settings on the Discord, so I can make a comparison and see what maybe meet somewhere in the middle, you know. To be honest, I'm glad I'm well too. I'm glad you're doing good. All right, where are we gonna go? Let's find someplace fun. I guess we head west. We've got a fairly, I mean, that's where all the options are, right? Oh, we could drive by the that's another thing I did is I turned off sentries killing NPCs, so now they're on the same team. So we'll drive by the refinery and see if we check out the puppet to NPC population there. I don't think maybe I'll go in there. Who knows? I mean, we got to get into some trouble, right? Yeah, let's do that. Can't test the trouble if we don't get into it. I don't think I have any lights in this thing. Let me check. Oh, I do. I have one or two. At least one. Ooh. I think I need to repair this. No, I already repaired it. Drive through here slow. Not seeing puppets or NPCs. Alright, we're probably going to have to make some adjustments to the settings. But we'll check this place out first. See how it see what's going on. We will just check. Which direction? I'm gonna be headed. Alright. Headed northeast when we're heading out of it. Hey Slim, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Doing well, I hope. Alright, there's no... Oh, wait. Got some puppets. Got a couple of puppets around. Just got out of work. Just passing by all the streamers dropping that like. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Well, the damage reduction from the puppets helped. The speed is definitely a lot faster. Go ahead and just treat that. See if there's anything good in here real quick. Oh. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to head on over to the admin building and see if there's any NPCs in there. If there's no NPCs in there, then I've got to figure out what's going on with the settings, because they should be all over this place. Wait for that mech to come back and turn around. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. When you put remove low priority characters, they spawn much more. I mean, I had tons of puppets spawning before, but no NPCs, and I was thinking that the puppets were, you know, because the puppets were 6 times damage, they were killing the NPCs. I could be wrong. Scar mag. So I was just trying to figure out a way. Like, I moved the puppet spawns wider. Like, in low priority areas, they should spawn a little bit more, and high priority areas, they should spawn less. I think I got to play with it a little bit, because I messed with the distance that they spawn at as well. So they're not all grouped in one location, because I was having problems with that. Where especially like in the big city, I'd drive in, all the puppets would be on one side, and then once I got through the puppets, there were none in the city. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's going to take some messing around with it. But the you know, I mean, you make one change in the file, you gotta see how it works out. I just made like a dozen changes, so. That's what happens to you even in the B4 town, and it's not that big. Yeah, I don't know if I have the priority or the, I would think that there would be tons of NPCs here. but it's looking like I didn't get the settings correct. I guess we can go to the big city and see if they spawn there. Ballista. Well, we gotta take that. That's why you play more in other servers. They do all the hard work. Yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, it's fun experimenting with it and see what works, see what doesn't work. I don't need that 38 ammo. I wanted more engagements with the NPCs. That's how the whole thing started. I was like, all right, let's try to make some more adjustments so that we get more engagements with the NPCs, and we have not necessarily less puppets to deal with, but puppets in different areas, you know, like puppets out in the wild instead of in the cities. Figure, you know, if you were in a zombie apocalypse prison island, the prisoners would take over the cities or build fortifications, and the zombies would be out in the wild, you know. We'll see what happens. We'll drive to the big city, and we'll see if there are a ton of NPCs there. Ooh, M9. Okay. That's for a quest. Sewing kits for a quest. Okay, 74 mag. Alright, well if we can get some do I have carbon arrows? I have regular carbon arrows. These are broadhead carbon arrows. .22 ammos for a quest as well. I mean, I feel like the 45, like the UMP, is probably going to be your best bet for a secondary weapon, because the 45 ammo is just all over the place. Alright, he's coming back. We'll wait for him. Hit that button. Yeah, also, like, I had their awareness, like the puppet awareness, like way up, and I think that was it was too much because you couldn't engage. You couldn't engage with firearms, so I turned it down. But it should be that I have to look at my notes. It should be that when if they're close enough, then they'll swarm you. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to run from 60 yards away with a suppressed. You know, if you're shooting with a suppressed weapon. So. But I still might have them. I might have to make adjustments to that because, like, it should be hardcore. But I feel like at least some of the changes I made are not working. Obviously, the puppets in high tier areas. I guess it depends on how the devs have like coded the areas. I don't know what's high tier, mid tier, and low tier. I would think that was high tier, so I would think the amount of puppets there was probably appropriate, but there were no NPCs. So I must have done something with the NPC spawns that is messing them up. Hey, Skull, how you doing? How you doing today? Night. Hope you're doing well. Kind of going the right direction, but kind of not. There we go. Almost walked straight to it. All right, we'll drive over to the city. You guys let me know when it gets too dark. I'll throw the gamma on so you guys can see. I'm doing well, doing well. Just trying to mess with the server settings, trying to make some changes. I want to encounter more NPCs and less puppets, but so far, it seems like I messed everything up. Seems like some of it's working, but I think it took forever to stop. I think this is the right way. Yeah. See what happens here. Drive by here slow, see if we get shot at. Let's honk the horn. I hear a puppet, but he's not running. I might have to change their awareness distance a little bit. Go through this city. If well, I guess we still kind of need to go check out the big city, see what's happening up there. If we don't get any NPC action up there, we definitely did something wrong. 1 or 2 puppets. Didn't hear any NPCs though. Alright, it's getting pretty dark. I'll give you guys some gamma. Let's go up here. We'll figure out what's going on. If there's no NPCs up here, then we're gonna. What's that? Heard something. Go in the same side that I went in from the last time. 'Cause the last time I pulled in there, about 50 puppets spawned from this side. Go get up. I don't know. We'll get a comparative look at what happens with these adjustments. I might just have to switch everything back and make small adjustments. That would take like 10 minutes or something. Figure it out. Yeah, that seemed like there were just a couple of puppets in the gas station. But I want to see if they're spawning in the right locations. It looked like there were 5 or 6 of them there. Maybe a couple more. Yeah, I heard a beeper. Saw like 4 or 5 of them. See if I'm even going the right way. I am. Okay. I'm changing values in the server any file. All right, so we got a bunch of puppets here. Tons of them. I don't think that's as many as there were the last time, but they're definitely a significant number here, so maybe I have the puppets and but they're labeled. I was going to say maybe I have the puppets and the NPCs backwards as far as their spawn rates, but it's labeled NPC for the NPCs and puppets for the puppets. And then the whole town's going to be vacant. There's going to be no puppets in here. seem like there's any NPCs here either. Yeah, well, it was dead the last time I came in. The puppets were like I said the last time I came in, there were like 50 or 60 puppets out, like out as soon as I pulled into range, and then there were none inside the city. I did have a few NPCs in the underground parking. Maybe we'll go there and check it out. And then I think I ran into a couple more. I ran into NPCs at the gun shops. So I don't remember where the gun shops are. I know there's one on the north or the southwest side of the city. Let's see where we're at. Eight years since it started. Almost everyone is already dead. Yeah, that's true. I think there's a gun shop right around here somewhere. Here, right near this van, I think. Maybe further down here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the cities would be like kind of overflowing with NPCs. It looks like I did the opposite. To be fair, this is exactly what the city looked like the last time I was in here. No puppets, nothing. Alright, I'm gonna go the other way, I think. Steal the hood off this Ranger while we're here. You saw there was an update today? I didn't, I'm sure there was. I didn't, mine just updates automatically. I think they fixed some, what did they fix? They fixed, I have a Ranger backseat. Do I have a Ranger backseat? I do. Okay. What else do I need? Bumper? Do I have a rear bumper? I do. This one have a front bumper? No. So close that door. The reduce animal spawn and some bug fixes. That's right. Yeah, that's what it was. They made the animals like half, spawn half as many. I think, if I remember correctly. Am I heading the right way? Probably not. No, I think I am. They didn't address the bug you got last night. What bug did you get last night? Oh, the bow was in your hand the whole time. All right, I think we're gonna have to make some adjustments. Let's see. All right, let me check my notes here real quick. Go to my Discord. See if see what we've got here. All right. You got a horde cry when you were building your base, scared the hell out of you. Let me see. Puppet World Encounter, spawn weight. I mean, that puppets seem to be spawning. I did have I did have a lot more spawning. check the NPCs. I think it's going to be in the let's see, where would it be? Zone specific spawn control. Show zombies, show NPCs, etc. commands. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's see. Uh, um, is that tab? No, that's Q, right? T. There we go. Show zombies. And we got one right there. So they are spawning further out. Which was kind of... Ooh, what's the green one? Is the green one NPCs? And you said show armed NPCs. Okay. They have to be case sensitive. Got one dude over there, or one puppet over there. Let's take a look. Yellow is puppets. Assuming green. Green, maybe green is animals. Alright, yellow's definitely puppets. check out the green, see what this is. Green turned to yellow, so I'm guessing that's a puppet. Show on the map? It doesn't show on the map. That's a puppet. Alright, so maybe it's just green is the distance. Sleeping puppets? Could be. Could be that they're not aware. I mean, I don't mind that the puppets are this few and far between in the city. I gotta figure out what's going on with the NPC spawns, though. Okay, there's... Yeah, see, look, this is where I came in, I think, right? Yeah, this is where I came into the city. I mean, look at that. They all spawned right there. The same thing happened the last time. Like, they all spawned in one location. That was a good idea to turn that on. I didn't even know that. I forgot about all the commands. I haven't used them before. But, I mean, there's a bunch of puppets here. They're just all outside the city. It's like they all spawn. Now, I set their spawn distance to be much larger than it was the last time, because the last time they were all clustered right here. So setting the spawn distance can, I guess that definitely works, but they still spawn in like as soon as you enter the area. Alright, let's drive back to the next town here. More distance from me, because I was trying to get them to spawn throughout, like throughout the POI. I guess I think that's how it works. Now we've got, look at this. Well, we know there's no shortage of puppets spawning. I've got to have it backwards, because this is not... Well, this is the city, right? I'm still... No. This is this, like, medium POI. And there's a trillion puppets here. I gotta have one of the settings. I gotta have the settings backwards or something. Who knows? Check. There's a little tiny little village over here. For this place, it's a bit. Yeah, for that tiny little village, I think so. all popping in. See, okay, they're popping in at quite a distance, so they should be. That's kind of doing what I wanted it to do. The spawn rate's still pretty high, but they're spawning in not necessarily all inside the village, but surrounding it. I kind of wanted them all out in the wild, you know? It's almost the right idea. Still no NPCs, though. Let's go check the military tents down here. See what happens over there. Put on the brakes, buddy. Now nothing here. I probably overloaded the server with NPCs at the city. Hey Waddy, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you're you appreciate me working all this out. I'm trying. Trying to figure it out. I want that, you know, authentic hardcore experience. Got to figure out how to work the settings, you know. Maybe we'll all learn something. Might have to turn down the spawn decay timer, make it so that when you leave the area they despawn quicker. I don't know what that's set to right now, because going from city to city, they're like, if you go from one city quickly to another one, looks like they're not spawning in. Let's go see what's over here. All right. Are these NPCs or puppets? Puppets. Remove low priority character solves that part, you think? Go outside their nav mesh zone, they will auto delete. Zombies aren't persistent yet, like the animals are, but they're working on it. Okay. Is that all at this? No, this is at the trenches, right? You're thinking about a single player series, but setting it up is a big job. It's daunting, so you're just absorbing my research. But at least somebody's absorbing it. I'm probably just confusing myself even more. Alright, so... we definitely have the puppets. We definitely have plenty of puppets from hardcore, but the dang NPCs are MIA. Which way am I going? I think the road is right through here. The town is right through here. Yeah, I don't know. A bunch in those two places and none in the town. Alright, we got a couple out here. Doesn't make sense. You know, I mean, computers are weird, right? You set up parameters and then you give some commands to adjust those parameters, and the computer does what it wants. It does exactly what you tell it to do, so whatever the commands are, but we're just guessing at this point with the I mean, there's information out there, but who knows if it's correct or up to date. Drive back by the refinery. See what's going on over there. That's why you got hot fixes for hot fixes after updates. Yeah, that's pretty true. All right, that's the power plant. Anything gonna spawn in here? Created the unofficial editor. Now nothing's spawning in here. Feel like still nothing spawned in here. Let's drive around it quick. Oh yeah, yeah. It would be nice to tell, kind of have an idea of the distance of everything as well. And some of the stuff, it's really difficult to tell where the puppets are. You know what direction they are, but that's about it. Like. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Let me, find someplace safe. And, change these, settings back. Or try to change the, let's see, what really did I change for the... One simple change. Hmm. Let me look something up quick. Um, what are we gonna alter? I need to character spawn distance. I think is one of the issues. And the radius multiplier. But the I don't really think I changed anything else that would make the NPCs not spawn. Let me make sure that my low count mode is on. Am I running one or two PCs? I'm running one PC setup right now. I will be running dual probably starting next week. Low player count is on. Congrats on the 500 subs. Yeah. Yeah, I hit that yesterday, so that's pretty cool. It's been took about a year and a half. I probably could have done it sooner, but I haven't made any videos the last since I've been live streaming. So for like 2 months I haven't edited any videos. That's really what I'm trying to do, dual format streaming, but I want to be able to stream to Twitch and YouTube uh using the appropriate bit rate for each. So I'm going to stream to YouTube on my gaming PC at a higher bit rate, and then on another PC, my older PC, I'm going to stream to Twitch because I can lower the bit rate or run a low bit rate on that one. So and then I'm gonna do the dual format, so the vertical streams to make it easy to it'll just make it a lot easier to clip shorts. Yeah, I'm going to be going back to making videos as well. Well, I'll be live streaming as well, but I won't be putting out a video every day like I used to because that was a different game, so it was a little bit easier to do gameplay videos. I will probably be putting out 1 to 2 videos a week, because it's gonna require a lot more editing, and that takes a lot of time. But I'm looking forward to getting back into it. But it's the live streaming there's so much to it that I never even considered when I first started doing it. When I moved from just doing videos to live streams, I thought, it's not that much of a change, but it's absolutely insane all the all the stuff that's involved. So, all right, let me. I don't think my NPC player encounters are or my base encounters are up, so we should be encountering more NPCs. I think it's my spawn distances that are messing things up. So I need to find um what the okay, what is the default? It's -1 is the default. I think I'll leave the horde spawn distance what I've done. All right. Um we'll figure this out here. Ah, I see what I did. Never mind. Okay. I got it. All right. It's exactly what I was saying. Computers they do exactly what you tell them to do. And I had a negative in there. Hey, Booze, how's it going? How's it going? How you doing tonight? All right, minimum distance over large. Okay. All right. I did have that messed up. So let's go back to the main menu. Reload it. Okay, I think I fixed that. There might be one more thing that I need to check real quick. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think everything is... When it, oh, that's my, oh no, that's not my music. I don't know what that, when did they change the home screen music? Who knows? Let me make sure I've got this, saving to the right location. Okay, I do. All right. Good. All right. Let's get back in there and see how bad I screwed everything up. Watch out, pretty girl. Watch out. There's my truck. I was about to say, where's my truck? Hey, you gotta move. Come on. Think it's my music? You're tired tonight? My music's my music for the shouldn't be for the starting soon screen and stuff. It's just like scary. But don't know if that's what you meant, but I definitely didn't have that planned. So I have to turn the visibility back on. All right, there's a little bit. We definitely got plenty of puppets. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the codes in again. I figured. I don't think they just stay on. What is it? Wait, zombie visibility? Is that what it is? They changed the home screen music. How's it going tonight? Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. What is it? Is it view? View zombies location. Unrecognized command. All right. Pound. Unrecognized command. Show. Okay. There you go. Well, escape. They're coming after me. I thought it was more than that. Just one. And get out to the street. Run! Show zombies location. All right, show NPCs. Show armed NPCs location. Okay, escape. Think you can go God mode as well, but you die sometimes. Yeah. Pound needed? Oh, you're right. Okay. There we go. Oh. Thanks. Otherwise you're just talking. Yeah, I'm talking to no one. I might have to increase their awareness a little bit. I turned it down so that I would be able to like engage with NPCs in firefights and not get swarmed. Talking to Zeds. Hey, what's going on, Jaime? How's it going? You can just arrow down when the command you want. Okay. Use the arrows to autofill it. You don't have to write the whole thing. Okay. No, it's debug commands in single player mode. Drive back to the city. I know. Almost did it. I mean, technically, I say it every time anyway. Let's go back to the city, see what happens with the spawns. Right at the edge of town, see if that happens again. Am I going the right way? I am, alright. I wonder if the NPC, I don't know if the NPCs are a different color. Good to see you too, honey. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just messing around. We're trying to figure out, because I felt like the, I wasn't seeing enough NPCs. I was like, have tons of puppets, and I made them almost bulletproof, and then I thought they were killing the NPCs, but I don't know if there's just a problem with the NPC spawns, so I'm trying to figure that out. Let's see if we can get it fixed. Sometimes I run into, like, you know, quite a few NPCs, but others it's just other days I just don't see them at all. Plenty of puppets. Oh, that's an NPC. He's in bad shape. Is that an NPC? No, that's a puppet. Oh, dang it. You can turn off puppets to see only NPCs? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. No, not what I want to do. I want to nudge it. Soon you will be able to do that. armed NPCs you think would be blue? Chop down the tree. I was stuck on the fence. There was like a rundown fence there. Alright, I'm driving like a lunatic. Oh, there we go. Think there's a few puppets in that town? I think so. And they are spread all throughout the town. Not just at the entrance. That looks pretty good. I think it's like, I'd rather see some NPCs there rather than 100 puppets. Way better now, yeah. I still had some of the values, so some of the values are set at default. The default setting is -1, and I replaced the value with a positive number, but I neglected to remove the negative sign. So, like I said, computers do exactly what you tell them to do, and I told it wrong. But, oops, we'll still have to see what happens with the NPCs. I mean, we should see some NPC action at the fuel stations are going to be fun. Ooh, we still have, okay, we're still close. We'll go over here. We'll go check out that military zone real quick. There should be, I mean, I would think there would be NPCs spawned there. Fix the wheels? I probably do. My wheels were not in the best of shape when, oh wait, I don't want to drive through here. Keep going. I've got some... Oh, I busted my headlights. Those break easily. I barely smashed into anything. Let's throw some night vision on. I think it's over here. That's got to be where all those lights are, right? No, that's the city. Oh no, this is the trenches. Get away from there. We gotta go a little bit further south. Where's the lake? There's the lake. Alright, I think we fixed the puppet problem. Oh. No, now I mean, it's all puppets. Alright. Well, we'll go check out the big city, and then after that, I'll just I'll restart the game and we'll get into it. I can change the time as well. Yeah. Maybe I'll set the time for morning so we can all see what I'm doing. I don't need to be going north. I meant to be going east. We'll change the time here real quick. Set time of day. Set time. Just do 800, right? 0800. No. I think it's just 8. It's space 8. Pound set time. There we go. You are correct. All right. We will get this figured out. I might not, I mean, I might have to mess around off stream, try to figure out where the, what's going on with the NPCs. I think that the puppets are pretty close to being fixed. It's been forever since you messed with server settings. Yeah, I just I felt like I was running into too many NPCs. I mean, this is I mean, not I was running into too many puppets and not enough NPCs. This is obviously probably too many puppets, but I turned their damage down and their speed up. So I think it will even out for the number of puppets. Their health is still pretty high, but I'm not gonna get all right, let's check out these tires. Let's see if I can fix these tires. I got a couple of repair kits back here. And a jack. See what needs to be replaced or fixed. It's this one. First person for that. My arrows are in the way. Or I don't have enough, should. Gotta put the jack on this side of the vehicle? Probably. Flip the jack to the other side. Yeah. Service vehicle. There we go. Repair all the stuff we can. I feel like I have a few more of those somewhere, but probably back at base. Oh, nope, right there. All right. It's junk. Wait. I put the wrong pistol in here. It just went in there because I picked up that. Which way are we going? I need to be heading northwest. I just need one more door and a tailgate. I'll be doing well. It's not the tires, it's just me. It's definitely just me. Alright, so that definitely fixed how they spawn. So they're not all spawning right at the edge of the city. That makes me happy. And we don't have a ton of them here. I feel like I have to adjust, obviously, the smaller... Well, I mean, the smaller cities are out in the boonies. I think that's where the puppets would be. So, I think that's okay. But we definitely have to see if we can get the NPCs to spawn in this city. Way better. Yeah. Definitely. So they're even out in those woods over there. That's pretty cool. They've still got a presence here. It's just not crazy in one section. So that's good. that sound was. I guess that was a puppet injuring itself. It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's pretty interesting how all this stuff works, you know? All the different settings you can mess with. Yeah, that's it. The police station and the gun stores. I've only been in this city twice, so I don't really know it very well. See blue over here. That's not the police station. I know where there's at least one gun store, but I think I'm on the wrong side of the city for it. Where am I? I think the southeast, yeah, southeast side or southwest side by the supermarket. There's police stations in the center. I think southeast center. All right, I'll turn right here, I think. Post office. I mean, I would think since we can see the puppets from quite a ways away, we should be able to see the NPCs from quite a ways away. Alright, let's... Middle of the city, right at the line between D4 and D3 sector. So I gotta go north? That's what you're saying? This way. Alright. North. There it is. I don't see any NPC lights. Okay, so NPC spawns are still broken. Let's figure out how to get out of this city. Head south. That's one way out. I had to figure out what's going on with the NPC spawns, but I think we definitely got the puppet spawns figured out. So I think they're set pretty well. I might have to like mess with the zones a little bit to try to give it a more. Hey Chris, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Long time no see. I think the puppet settings are pretty good. Like I said, it just maybe mess with them a little bit. Has anyone brought this up? About NPC spawns? For what? For the... I'm just messing with the server settings. I'm not. I don't think it's not game related, not update related. This is just me messing around with the server settings and screwing everything up. But I'm liking the. Like the spawn radius all around the town. I think that's done well. Like we got puppets out in the woods around the little towns. Maybe there's too many puppets. Nah, I think they're fine. I might just have to. I made them do less damage, but I made them slightly more tanky. You have to crank up the NPC spawn points to get most. Yeah, it's there's some settings that they used to have that aren't there anymore. Like they got taken out after 1.1 or something like that. But I wanted more and managed to get less. Well, to be fair, I didn't really have that many to begin with. Like, I feel like the only time I ran into them was, like, at weird locations. I ran into some at the underground, you know, the underground, parking garage. And then randomly in other small... Nah, I think that was it. I think mostly I just ran into the NPCs at the big city. But, I think that's about an appropriate amount of NPCs for a gas station. Or, I mean, puppets for a gas station. Maybe I don't have to mess with the outer zones that much. That's good. They're kind of all over here, chasing chickens. I don't think like a dozen of them would live on that little farm though. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I should just get back on Havoc. I'll jump back on there. I like experimenting though. I like messing around. I definitely need to create a couple different versions of the settings file. I only have one backup right now, so I mean it's easy to get the default settings, but puppets here. But still, it's still going to do some random weird stuff with the puppets, I guess. Or with the spawns. The game has many, yeah, it does. It has a lot. And the thing is that some of them counteract other ones, so you kind of got to pay pretty close attention to what you're doing, otherwise you'll just mess up all the features, you know? There was a time you had didn't have a good server to play on, that you messed around with single player. I think it's fun. I mean, I enjoy the single player experience simply because I'm older and I work a lot, and you know, when I get home, a lot of times I want to chill out, not stress too much. I do get into the hardcore games quite a bit more than the easy games. I like the difficulty. Alright. We don't need to go back to... We'll go back to base. I'll log out and log back in, and then we'll figure out something to do. We don't have the NPCs, but we got tons of puppets, so we can run around for a little over an hour and get into some trouble and see what happens there. I don't even know what I want to do. I'll have to kind of figure out what's going on with the NPCs tomorrow, and see if I can fix it for Friday night stream. I think I'm done messing with the settings for tonight. We'll just go do some stupid stuff. We'll go see if we can find some more parts for the Rager. And can you buy a rooftop for it? Is that the thing? One thing that bothers you is that devs don't give us an option on single player to make the drop fall anywhere on the map. When it drops, yeah, it does make it a little bit too easy when it drops so close. Maybe lower a little bit amount of the puppets to leave space for NPCs. Well, the spawn rates for puppets and NPCs are different. Like there's, I think they're different. Let's check. See if I'm thinking correctly here. Where is that? I'll find all of the NPC. Max allowed NPCs. All right. Let's see what I have mine set at. No, I have mine set at 512. I know I did that. They are, but if too many puppets, maybe less space for NPCs. That's entirely possible. NPC difficulty, I've got mine set to high. Running speed. Don't know. NPC world encounter spawn weight multiplier. That might not be in there anymore. Let's take a look. Uh, no, that setting is not in there. So that could be one of the reasons why. When you put your puppets max, you barely find NPCs, but you're a noob at messing with the options. I think it could, because there's multiple different settings that that affect the uh, NPCs. Let's see. Max allowed NPCs. I've got that set to the max. Or I don't have it set to the max. Which file is this? Is this my thought I had it set to the max. Ah, it's going well, citizens. It's yeah, I finally got one. It's been it's it was oh man, finding the front seat was a nightmare. I think it took like 20 hours of gameplay or something like that. The spawn locations is what I want to turn up if it still exists. There are like the POI and LTZ and HTZ locations that you can turn up. See health multiplier, NPC damage multiplier, spread, running speed, call distance, drop item, durability, thing. NPC, I don't think that was in there. All right. I think we'll because we can change this. I can change this in these settings. Options. Game. I think I have to go back to the main menu. Always is. Damn cars never have front seats. Man, it took forever. I said I'm giving up on this search. I'm just gonna put together a Leica because they're all over the map. And within 60 seconds of saying that, I spotted a Rager and walked over, and the front seat was sitting in it. And I was like, well, now we got to go back to base. Options, server settings, right? controls. My cat is in love with the camera. All right. Inside the game you can do it? Okay, I'll check it. Pause and server settings. There we go. World. I have unplay. I have what did I change? What did I change? Oh, it's because I'm not allowing it to write. Random respawn. New bug. I don't think so. It's because I have the I have the file to read only, the save or the settings file to save only. So I mean read only, so it doesn't overwrite the my settings. So doing this is probably going to do nothing. Let me go back to the main menu and change the file. Change the. Actually, I got to exit the game. What did I? Reopen file. Okay. Max allowed search. 512. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get more NPCs on the map because I wasn't running into any of them. So I went into the server setting file and made a bunch of changes, and I'm just trying to I wanted to make I had the puppets set at like 6x damage, and they were super fast, but I thought the puppets were killing the NPCs. So what I decided to do was lower the puppets damage so they wouldn't kill the NPCs, and spread them out from the POIs so they're a little bit like more in the woods and more spread out, not all clumped together, and then increase the NPC spawns. But I haven't seen any NPCs tonight, so uh, we'll see if this works. I just want to make sure that what I was just doing there didn't mess around with a bunch of my stuff. So let's quick check something. Spawn distance. That's what I want to check. Okay. It did not overwrite. So good. File is saved. Hopefully Hopefully we run into more NPCs now. We should, but we'll find out. It's pretty fun messing around with all this stuff, like customizing the game. But there's a lot of you run into the same problem. The NPC spawns still trying to figure out a good balance between the puppets and the NPCs. Yeah, that's really what I was trying to do because I was running into a million puppets. If it doesn't work, maybe reduce the puppets weights a little bit. I think the puppet weight I only have at 1.8, or it might be 2.0. But I should have checked the NPC weight real quick. Let me check the NPC. I don't know if the NPC weight. I don't know if they had. No, they don't have that in there anymore. Let me. Puppet weight multiplier, animal multiplier, dropship, cargo dropship. All right, so they removed the puppet weight. Yeah, I know what you're saying. The multiplier, because the weight is the multiplier. So, all right, where's my? All right, give me 1 second. I got to take my meds real quick. I'll be right back. You're just repeating what Google says. Watch out. Look out. Watch out, pretty girl. That's all I do. Just Google stuff. That and ask AI. Read this document. Check out this stuff. Tell me what it's supposed to do. Okay. I guess. Well, let's go in here. Let's go into town here and see if any NPCs spawned at the police station. That would be one way to find out. Pretty sure there's going to be a million puppets here, but there's only one way to find out. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me. It was way too bright. Should have done that 15 or 20 minutes ago. All right, well, maybe it reverted back to my old setting for the puppets, because now I'm not seeing any puppets. Let me climb up on top of here and just check that file again. Where is it? There it is. Didn't reset anything. Um, it did. Hmm. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Aha. It reset one of them. It was resetting them when I was saving saving those things, but I don't think it messed it up too much. We'll just continue playing. We'll get into some trouble. I'm not going to go in here and cheese the police station while there's no puppets or NPCs. We'll go someplace else. Oh, this dude's just huffing and puffing. Excellent. It's my favorite type of weather is coming on. Okay. I'm gonna fix something real quick. Let me just go to the main menu and change that what got altered in the file real quick. I just run through my settings really quick and see if running speed, okay. That's fine. think I have that too high. Oh wait, that's my old ones. Oh no, 1.5. It definitely resets some of the stuff. That's good. Maybe activation threshold, airdrop. That's fine. It's fine. Max allowed NPCs. That's good. Just check my POI zones real quick. Character spawn distance. All right. Max override large POI. Spawn distance max override. LTZ. 180. LTZ radius multiplier. This one got messed up. The rest of them should be good. I think. Let me just check. There's a couple of things real quick. Aggressive spawn chance. Alright, that's correct. Radius multiplier is correct. And the large POI, there, that one's messed up. Okay. Alright, now I'll save it. And we'll restart. It's the age, I'm not new. All right, I think we got everything fixed. We'll try to go get into some trouble now. Should be kind of fun. There we go. Seeing any puppets though. It's because there are none here. Just that they don't spawn at this, and maybe that they don't spawn at the medium villages. Well, it didn't take much rain to get us over encumbered. Nope. Not what I wanted to do. I might have to leave the area and come back. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to go. think I messed them up again. I think messing around with the server settings on the game side reset some stuff. Go to this gas station, see what happens. If there's no puppets there, then we'll know that's the case. Oops. I did some damage. I gotta learn to use the brakes. There they go. Okay. It might be the size of the POI. I don't know. All right, let's... Let me turn their visibility off. But... Okay. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay. It's killing time. Let's go catch a cold and kill some puppets. Isn't there... I think I'm in a different place than I thought I was in. Yeah, I think they're a little bit more manageable now. Hey, Elmo. El Mallow, not Elmo. How's it going? How you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm having fun. We were messing around with the server settings, and I think we've got them half figured out. So we've got the puppets set to a pretty good setting. I'm just gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to figure out the NPCs tomorrow, I think. So they're spread out, which I like. I might need to turn their awareness back up just a little bit. Well, there's one surefire way to test that, and that's to use the pistol. I mean, I want to be able to use the pistol or any other firearm. I just went to go pick up my arrows from that dude. All right, let's go to the gas station and use the pistol. I think I'm gonna have to take my backpack off. It's gonna be... I'm not gonna be able to run. Just make sure all my ammunition and magazines and stuff are in my in my other gear. Let's put this there. All right, magazines, ammo, guns, all the good stuff's there. Put that in there. Still overweight. How is that even possible? 6 kilos? I mean, I guess the tactical vest is kind of heavy, but I think that's a little ridiculous. They should allow for waterproof backpacks using a raincoat. Yeah, I think so too. I think that the weights, like the weights of your clothing, when it starts raining, are a little excessive. I really don't think that, I mean, getting wet is obviously going to add some weight, but 6 kilos is like 1.5 gallons of water. And that's without the backpack. Like, that's a lot of water. Too many mags, you only carry 3. You can never have too many magazines. Glad to see I finally got the seat for the car. Yeah, it took a while. I found it like right at the end of Monday night's stream. Yeah, no such thing as too many magazines. I agree. Alright, this is where we die. I'll go ahead and reload that. Oh, that's, I don't need to be carrying that one. Oh, I guess my lights are still on. Let me turn those off real quick. There we go. Where'd my other mag go? All the way down there. Stuck it in my boot. I would think there would be, I guess there would be puppets here, but I would think it would be more likely to run into NPCs here than puppets. I don't hear anything. Nothing. What is going on? You get a lot of puppeteer and 0 NPCs. I got a lot of nothing here now. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, tonight or tomorrow go through my settings file and just triple check everything, because I feel like it's some of the stuff's getting messed up, or you know, I could have messed it up. I was trying to fix it really quickly. The rain sounds are pretty cool inside the tents. I feel like I would still be able to run. I might be running slower, but I would still be able to run. I don't see how being wet, like, prevents you from running. Just walking fast. I guess holding a firearm. No, I'm moving faster now. I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, it shouldn't affect your weight as much as it does. I mean, it should affect your weight, just not. Like, it shouldn't be as crazy as it is. Because, like, with the backpack on, I think I would be like 18 kilos overweight, which is like 38 pounds, almost 40 pounds. I don't think I would be, you know, especially with a hiking backpack, they're typically waterproof. I don't think I'd have like 4 gallons of water on me, or 3.5 gallons of water. Stop here and get some gas. There was an NPC there, right? I think there was. I think I saw one. Rain sounds really cool in the rusticals. They did a good job with some of the sounds. Some of it's just not okay. Yeah, they're spawning all around. Okay, that's good. That's kind of what I wanted. No. Whoa, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've got some settings right. Some of them are a little off. That was pretty insane. I definitely would like to. I would like to be able to use the pistol. Oh my goodness! I don't even know how many puppets were there. That was insane. Sorry, you got to deal with the terminated. That was fun though. All of my puppets gathered at the gas station. That's what it seems like. I mean, I expected a couple of them to come running, but I guess maybe my horde spawn settings are wonky. Who knows? It could just be that there were all of them out there, and they decided they were going to. Where am I at? I'm over here somewhere. Yeah, I'm over this way. I wanted more puppets, just not all the puppets. Like, no, that was pretty funny. So obviously I've got some work to do on the settings, but we got a little ways to run. We'll make it there. Just follow the road south. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So I wonder what setting did that, because I know the I think I have the puppets set to maximum. I might need to turn them down just a little bit. Maybe I need to turn their awareness down a little bit, but that was pretty fun. I honestly didn't think there would be that many coming for me. I saw those 2 or 3 Russian. That's what you call a good time. That's your kind of puppets. Yeah, that's a lot. Definitely. I guess it might actually be set the way I want it to, because I was kind of trying to get the more puppets out in the wilderness areas, less in the cities. So that might actually work. It might have worked pretty well. It would just mean you could use the firearms in the cities, just not outside. I think I'll leave that setting for now and see how it plays out. And then if I can get the NPCs fixed, it'll make for a fun time. I mean, I don't think a lot of other players would like to play on a server that intense, but you can finagle the puppet counts down or do something to adjust them. But that had to be, I don't know, that had to be like 30 puppets. I just gave up. There was absolutely nothing I could do at that point. As soon as I turned around and saw them coming, it looked like it looked like I was playing football, and I was getting tackled by both teams. Think I'll skip that. Run this way. No way I was... No. Absolutely not. There's absolutely nothing I could have done. It wouldn't have mattered how many weapons or what I had on me. I don't think there's any way to get out of that. All right, let's get our Hope they cleared out. Well, if they didn't, I'll go around and get the truck and run them all over if I have to. But or at least pull them away from my body. Should be right here, right? Yeah. There's a beeper. Truck should be over there. If I went to the right spot. Oh, there we go. Did y'all just standing around my body? Okay, looks like we're going around. I'll go around this way. Yeah, they were definitely out and about around the that POI. Was not expecting that, but I learned a valuable lesson. I didn't go far enough around. Right, I'm still... What did I just... I'm so confused right now. Alright, I gotta continue. Okay. I thought I was on that other road already. Coming up the wrong side. We'll just play the Pied Piper here quick. Come on, buddies. I can't do that in third person. All right. Well, we got our stuff back, I think, mostly. Our quiver. Oh, no. Our military quiver got destroyed. Well, repair it some. Let's go get some fuel. That's pretty intense. I'm going to have to find a place. There's a beeper over there. I'm not going to shoot at him. Oh, where's my, put my cards in my backpack. Well, let's go see what happens in the city. See how many spawn around there. Let's play this smart. Seems to be kind of random. I didn't see any out there. All right, citizens, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks. I need it. I don't see any puppets around. I think they were all at the service station. All right, there's a gun store right there. We'll walk over to that. Drive over to that. Be right there on the corner. Now, okay, there's the puppets. But they all just spawned in now. I want to see where they spawn. We'll go up on the roof and check their locations. See if they spawned all around the city. Well, they definitely spawned all around here. All right, they turn yellow when they're alerted. They still only spawned on this side. Maybe I need to increase their spawn radius. I'll make note of that. I'd like to see them a little bit further out. That's most likely what happened at the service station. Is probably not a similar number of, obviously there were probably about 20 or 30 of them spawned there, but they definitely I'm not going to shoot. I need to get down from here. Well, I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with the NPCs as well. So I guess we'll just head back to base. I've got an early doctor's appointment tomorrow, so probably going to end the stream a little bit early. I'll try to get this figured out before Friday. I think tomorrow night I'll mess around with the settings a little bit off stream, see if I can figure out what's going on with the NPCs. Make the puppets spawn a little bit further out. see if we can get this like a real hardcore experience without being obviously broken like at the service station. Though I feel like that was kind of what I was trying to do, was make the puppets spawn more out of the cities. But I want them a little bit further spread out, I think, because I don't want to bring in all of them just because I fired a couple of rounds. Maybe I'll stop at one of these little huts up here and sleep in one of these beds. If it's not completely surrounded by puppets. All right, well, that was fun. It didn't go quite as planned, but sometimes things just go off the rails, especially when I'm involved. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you learned some stuff. Maybe you learned exactly what not to do with the server settings file. But either way, it was pretty fun messing around with that stuff and seeing what happens. I'm glad we did it. And I hope I get some time tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make some time tomorrow to see if I can get it working closer to the way I want it to work. And then Friday we'll get into it and see. You guys can see what we've accomplished. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you Friday. My name's Mad Murdock. Peace out.